Folks, what did we talk about last week? Right? Well, 2 weeks ago when we talked about the $3 billion IMF loan that Ghana took out. The purpose of IMF was to what? Make things cheaper. Do you guys remember? To attract the foreign investor. So basically right now, you might get mad at the way I say this, but Ghana is on sale, folks. It is on sale. And because of the volatile currency. So what he just said is what we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks.
And, each time at the end of, sort of Christmas, when it's all, said and done, everybody has come to party and gone back. And, people are back home. January, February, you realize that, wait a minute, we had a huge inflow of people. It was great. Tourism was nice. People came, had a great time. We're involved, obviously, in Afrofuture, Polo Beach Club, a few other events, over the last, decade or so, as front runners in the entertainment industry. But we did realize that, there was always a huge dip. Right after Christmas, by the 14th of January, everybody's out of here. And then, everything goes back to normal. In Ghana, people joke around and say, hey, around this time of year, hey, the Christmas inflow of foreigners and people in diaspora are coming in. So you have a lot of traffic, you have a lot of partying, you have all of that. But it was always centered around partying. And we felt even when the government got involved, which was good, they had a lot of great initiatives and they've done a lot of good work, but it was all still centered around, come back for Christmas, come see what's happening on the ground, to do with, a bit of tourism, some parties, take a tour, go to the castle, see all of that. And we felt that after a few years of evaluating that there was a missing connect in regards to business. And it became obvious even when you go to the airport that around Christmas time, say from November to January, the inflow of people coming in to Ghana, all look people like us. So you have a lot of diaspora people coming from the US, from Europe, all of that. And then the rest of the year, it's all foreigners that don't look like us. So what they tend to do is, skip out on the party part of the year and come in when, things are a bit quieter. And then when we looked into that, I realized it was because they come in for business. They come in sometimes for the partying, but they stay for business. And then we went a step further. What businesses are they into? What's going on here? A lot of young people know about Ghana. They love our music. Afrobeats is huge now. Ghana, Nigeria, there's all of that happening. But what can they do here? What's a real connection they can make with the country? But there were no services for them. There were no avenues, to provide that information, unless you were someone like, Shaka, who spends, a lot of time in country, who educates himself, goes the extra mile. It's very difficult for you to find this information. So, me and Alvin, so spend some time talking about it, thinking about it, researching, and realize, look, we need to do projects that cut across our sort of boundaries, our divides, or just our Ghanaian borders. We need to get our brothers across the divide involved. We need to find, the right partners. We need to find people who understand what Ghana is like, who understand what's going on locally, but who also have, a clear understanding of business and business in their region as well. So it's a godsend meeting you guys where, we had so much synergy. And, you'd been thinking about the same sort of thing. So for us, getting into it, we felt that the only way this actually works out, where you have people be able to come into Ghana and build roots here, was for them to be able to afford houses here, to be able to buy property in Ghana. You have that in certain countries where, you can get what they call, you can get a passport for another country. You have to do an investment, sort of an investment citizenship, where, you pay $150,000. Monaco is like $500,000. I think it's gone up now, like $750. A few other parts of the world where, you pay $150,000, $250,000, you buy a property, and then they allow you to get to become a citizen of that. We welcome you back with open arms, but there was not that incentive for them to get involved with local business. So at the end of the day, they were getting the passport, which made getting into the country easy. But when they come, they only come to, for the, the Christmas period, maybe in Easter sometimes, but it was mostly just entertainment. And we felt it was important to take it a step further, get people involved with business here. So, Alvin started with a concierge service, introducing people to the local market, organizing travel and tours to come into Ghana, and then expanded that further into housing as well. We have been real estate developers for quite a while now, and the opportunity was there. We've been trying to do a large scale construction project, and we felt that the only way that would make sense for us is to involve our brothers and sisters from across the pond. And that's what's we've been sort of looking at. And it's
folks, what did we talk about last week, right? Well, 2 weeks ago when we talked about the $3 billion IMF loan that Ghana took out. The purpose of IMF was to what? Make things cheaper. Do you guys remember? To attract the foreigner. To attract the foreign investor. So basically right now, you might get mad at the way I say this, but Ghana is on sale, folks. It is on sale. And because of the volatile currency. So what he just said is what we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks, and what my video that just premiered talked about. The IMF loan, $3 billion loan, was to make the resources and everything cheaper so foreign investors can come back and reap. And yes, the question is, are they contributing? Are they exploiting, or are they investing? And folks, that is the question that you need to ask yourself, because the opportunity to exploit has been here since the beginning. But what makes us different? We actually care. And most of us descend from it, and some of us still have a close connection. So we can, yes, we benefit from it being, the country being on a discount, but we can bring it back. That's what's going to make us different. We can bring it back and contribute. Ooh, this is exciting. We talk. Yes, Sputnik, we talking right now. Folks, I might be on live for about 3 hours because we're talking today, because this is some good stuff. Let's go to another part of this video that I loved. Let me get there. Or actually, we can just keep on rolling with this.
It's been exciting. The opportunity has been great. But even from our, we launched this project not too long ago. Even if you go online, you see the interaction with people, you see the excitement build up. You go into the comments, you go into the message and the DMs we get from people. There are a lot of people who are excited to find out more about Ghana, find out more about their roots, find out more about other parts of Africa. But there's a market there. There's a market of people who are keen on coming into this part of the world, but they just need some assistance. They need some help. They need some guidance. And that's where we felt we could come in and assist with that by providing a safe environment. We ourselves, all of us have lived, across the world. I grew up in Ghana and Australia. I was in Australia for about 12 years or so. So I'm an Australian citizen as well. And so I've been there, I've traveled, all over the world, and I love it here. I find Ghana to be one of the best places you can live and do good business here. The opportunities are there, and that's what we tapped into. And then, we've come together as a nice band of brothers who all have a singular purpose in achieving, this dream and this vision. And we've come quite.
I love what you just said, Mosi. I think the key to success here is teaming with people who are on the ground and are connected. 3 of these guys are Ghanaians who have lived abroad. Black Americans shouldn't go it alone. I 100% agree. And that's why I'm excited about this video, because as they talk, I see myself and I'm just like, yep, I went wrong there. I went wrong there. I went wrong there. Folks, it's about connection. It's about unity through community. Folks, I've learned so much in the last 4 years. But just remember, some of you guys that have had failures and lost your money, don't feel bad, because 4 years ago, none of this existed. For example, my page didn't exist, folks. I became the channel I wanted to see. Now we have a plethora of people helping people. I love it. Here we go. Another one. Baby T, anyone out of Ghana shouldn't go it alone. One needs to tap into key people who have done it, but on the ground. Totally agree. And that's what makes, folks, the only reason I made it, was because I developed a virtual community. How many of you guys been with me since what? My first video was September 2021. If you have been with me, just put a 1 since then. And the only reason I got to where I am is because I created a virtual community. You guys started watching my videos, following my journey. We fell in love with each other, and we've done like just great things. That's the only reason why I'm here today.
Join our free newsletter for land updates, group trips, and international real estate connections. Link in the description box. Now available, ebooks and e-workbooks to mentally and emotionally prepare you to visit, repatriate, or buy land in the motherland. And the authentic handmade kente cloth I got from Kumasi, Ghana is now a home decor line made by yours truly. Get a piece of the motherland until you can visit yourself. Click the link in the description box to visit my store.